Hi readers, Chris here. I don't know about you, but I've been having an absolutely crazy week this week. It's been so busy with work, and today in particular has been just super busy. So I almost didn't do this video, but I still wanted to get something out there. So I'm doing something a little bit different today, and I'm doing a casual comics review of this specific series, the Children's Crusade. So this was a mini-series of 9 comic books featuring the Avengers and the Young Avengers. Let me just say right off the bat, I am not a comics expert. If you are looking for comics expert, there are tons of people out there on YouTube. I'm sure you can find them. I am a casual comics fan. I read, whatever comics my husband recommends to me, and I thought it would be fun just to talk about it a little bit. So the first half of this video is going to be spoiler free. I'm just going to give you an overview and my basic thoughts. And then at the end, I will warn you before this, I'm going to talk a little bit about spoilers because I thought that would be fun. So, non-spoiler part, the Children's Crusade is basically about it starts off with our team of Young Avengers, and the setup for the series is that the Scarlet Witch, the main character, has done something super horrible. She did something really bad previously before the series, and the grown-up, the normal Avengers, so your Captain America, Iron Man, etc., they're trying to find her so that they can make her answer for her crimes. But the Young Avengers, who include one of the main characters, Wiccan here, is actually the son of Scarlet Witch. Well, let's say supposed son of Scarlet Witch. They want to find her first because she's kind of his mother. They want to try and help her, maybe save her from the actual Avengers, etc., etc. So shenanigans ensue over these 9 issues. They end up finding Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. She has been, let's say she's been in hiding in a particular place with a particular person, but she does not have any memory of what she supposedly did that was so bad. So her son, Wiccan, is trying to help her, trying to save her, and the grown-up Avengers are trying to bring her to justice. So that's kind of the setup of the series. So I thought that this was a really fun series. I don't have a lot of knowledge or experience with the Young Avengers team. Like, I've heard of them. I know who the main players are. We have Wiccan and Speed. They are the alleged children of Scarlet Witch. We also have this character called Stature. Yep, Stature, this big one here. She is the daughter of Scott Lang, also known as Ant-Man. We also have a character called Hulkling, who I don't believe is related to the Hulk, but again, I'm not super knowledgeable about all of the different relationships and breakdown, so someone can correct me if I'm wrong. We also have Kate Bishop. She is basically, she's not related to Hawkeye, but she was trained by him, so she's really good with a bow and arrow. So there's a lot of fun characters within the Young Avengers. And I have to say, there is a romantic relationship between Wiccan and Hulkling. Yep, and Hulkling here, that I think is really cute. Again, it's not the main focus of this story. It's just kind of in the background. But I like the way that it's just like, they're just a couple. It's just there. No one has to talk about it or make a big deal about it or comment on it. They're just a couple. They support each other. They might argue about things that couples would argue about. I think it's really cute and really well handled. And then I'm a huge Scarlet Witch fan. I've been a Scarlet Witch fan since forever. So when she first made her appearance in the Marvel movies, I was super excited about that. And obviously I loved the Scarlet Witch and Vision TV show. So one of the reasons I picked up this comic was to see more of Wanda, aka the Scarlet Witch. And I think she's really great in this series as well. Again, when they first find her, she doesn't have her memory of what previously happened, what they're all going after her for. And she kind of has this weird kind of kinky relationship with Dr. Doom. If you're not familiar with Dr. Doom, he's from the Fantastic Four series. So Dr. Doom is kind of like the main antagonist in this series, which is really, really fun. I think Dr. Doom is a great character and a great villain. So my general overall feelings from all that is basically that this was a really fun series. Again, it's only 9 issues. If you are someone that is like me, casually into comics, doesn't know where to start because there's so much history, I think this is a great series to pick up. It's only 9 issues. You don't need a ton of context or background. Anything that happened prior to the series, they explain it and they talk about it so you can pick up on it. So those are kind of my thoughts, again, my general thoughts on the Children's Crusade. So I'm going to give you a chance if you want to step away. I am going to talk about spoilers now. So this is your warning. Spoilers coming. 3, 2, 1. So the event that Scarlet Witch supposedly did was that she used her power, her mutant power, to basically take away power from all the other mutants. So this happened in a different series, a previous series, and I haven't read it, but I know about it, and there's a very famous panel where you have Wanda and she goes, "No more mutants," and then there are no more mutants. So obviously this makes a lot of people upset, and they want to go after her to bring her to justice. And when I say they, I'm talking about Captain America, Wolverine, Cyclops, and the rest of the Avengers characters. So other than the Avengers and, Wiccan and the Young Avengers, we also have Magneto show up in this series, which obviously Magneto is a classic Marvel villain. He's so much fun whenever he shows up. And when he shows up here, he's really trying to play the father role, which is not something that I've seen him do much, either on screen or in comics. So it's really fun in this series to see him really try and be a father to Wanda. Like, try and help her, try and keep her out of the Avengers' hands, and all that stuff. Now, when Wiccan and everyone originally find her, she is being kept captive, in quotations, by Dr. Doom in Latveria. So when they first find her, she has no memory of what she did, and she's getting ready to marry Dr. Doom. Really, really fun, right? And then eventually, as the series goes on, she kind of starts to get her memory back, and then there's like this big blow up and stuff. But then, because of that, Dr. Doom ends up getting these even more powerful, and they all fight and blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes. Big superhero fight. But I thought that I love seeing Wanda in a wedding dress. I thought that was so fun. She's had a lot of relationships throughout her tenure in the comics. Most people know of her relationship with like Vision, but I thought the brief relationship with Dr. Doom was a lot of fun. One of the other really big things that happens in this run is that Stature, who I said, again, she's the daughter of Scott Lang, Ant-Man, she actually dies in this series. So Dr. Doom, because of his powers in their fight, he ends up killing her, which is like a really big deal in the comic book world, because usually when a character dies, there's always some way that they come back and like they're not really dead. And as far as this series goes, like when Stature is killed, like she's really dead, and it's really kind of heartbreaking and sad. So I think this series has a little bit of everything. Like there's humor, there's still witty lines between the characters, quips as we call them. Marvel has tons of quips, and this series is no different. There's romance, like I mentioned, between Wiccan and Hulkling. and even a little bit between Wanda and Doom, even though it's kind of under false pretenses. There's tons of action, of course. There's adventure, and there's real stakes and consequences. So at the end of the day, I really, really liked the series. I thought it was a lot of fun. So I am recommending The Children's Crusade, The Avengers. If you want to check it out, that would be my recommendation. So those are my quick thoughts on The Avengers, The Children's Crusade. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you liked hearing about comics. Let me know if you liked this video style with talking about non-spoilers and spoilers, if you ended up watching the whole thing. And as always, if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. I do new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and on Friday. All right, everyone, happy reading.